Alrighty. What's going on, everybody? What is going on? We are back. We're back. That's how that works. Sometimes you leave, sometimes you come back. This is just how it works. That's how it works. Is that wearing black or tan? You know what? I'm going tan right now. You know what? Never mind. Don't wear tan and brown. You don't do that. That's silly. There you go. Much better. But what's going on, everybody? Talking Jesus and Paul, Gospels, epistles, early church fathers, ancient historians, ancient Greeks, ancient Romans. I'll even talk Book of Mormon, of Quran, if you really, really want to. Let's see. But yeah, come on up. If you think that Jesus or Paul existed 2,000 years ago, just walking about in Judea, come on up. I'd like to hear from you. What is going on? What's going on? All right, we got this guy here. this chump.
Just chumping.
New boot chumping. Anyways. Well. Yeah, we got lobes. What the? Huh?
Yeah, sorry I'm late. Just roll with it.
So first of all, that was a spot-on cyber impression. The fuck? How did that happen?
Yeah, just roll with it. Guys, if you guys think that Jesus and Paul existed, just come up into the chat, and take the rhetorical back shots.
Oh my God, that is an incredible cyber impression. I mean, I can tell it's not him, but it is very, very close. That's incredibly close.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Guys, request up if you believe that Jesus and Paul existed.
Wow. The only other tidbit that I would say is when he makes points, he'll pause and go, right, and then he'll go on with
Right. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I know. But that's like if I was making a point. Right, then I would maybe include some of those.
Yeah. That's the only other thing that I would maybe throw in there. But that was
I got you.
That is solid. That is pretty solid. Anyways, I don't really know what to do. Well, we've got like fake cyber here.
Hey, watch it, bud.
I don't even know if I've ever heard him say that, but that sounds like him saying it.
No, it's in the bag.
How do you get the breathing down? Like, because his voice it's fairly breathy.
Well, you said that you could tell when it was lobes when he was breathing. So it's gotten some extra attention, and that's so it's just gotten some extra attention because of that.
That's pretty good. No, I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty solid. That is pretty solid. Anyways, if anybody has any evidence for Jesus or Paul, please come up. Otherwise, we're just going to have to sit here and listen to cyber deconstruction impressions.
Lober. I don't know.
Lober Deconstruction up here. Justin says, "Alls I know is." He'll say that.
All I'll say about that. Oh, hang on, Sam. Can we get an age check real quick?
Yeah, I'm 21.
Okay, that was spot on. Someone better be sending this to Cyber. Okay.
Oh, he knows. He knows.
What do you got, Sam? What do you got?
What do you mean, what do I got? I got my
like-
phone in my hand.
Like for the topic, Jesus and Paul never existed.
So Jesus and Paul, they actually actually existed. And the reason for that
What's
is
your evidence? So what we'll do is we'll unmute you, and then you can give some evidence. Go ahead.
I will if you stop muting me.
Okay, go ahead. Sounds good.
I'm so convinced.
I'm convinced. Could have fooled me.
How did he do the sounds, though? How did he do that?
Hey,
It's like he was a robot, right?
Yeah. He's
And who let this guy up in here? Somebody was saying the other day that they didn't like your PFP, and then you changed it.
didn't? What's that word? What's didn't?
that
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
that's the best Cyber impression I think I've ever. I haven't
It's
heard a
pitch
lot, but
perfect.
that is
like
pretty much perfect.
it's too good. Like everything. I don't know. Like the study that must have gone into.
Yeah, it sounds like he sat and watched film.
Yeah, this is
Cyber.
crazy.
It's disgusting.
What's up?
Benny,
Benny
are
boy.
you
Got
Got
hearing?
the whole
Are
squad
you
in here.
are you hearing this impression?
Wait, that's not Cyber? Cyber, you were.
Go with Cyber for a second. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was like, wait, this is
Okay. Whatever,
Cyber,
guys.
I was up with Lobes and you were in the chat and you were asking if this is what you sound like. And I can't tell the difference anymore.
Right. Yeah. Well, that was the
much
other
like
night
him.
on JA debates with Joyful, and yeah, he came up. I didn't really hear it. It didn't sound quite like people were confused, but I couldn't really understand. I don't really see. People sometimes say that Joyful sounds like me, and that's like I think that's closer.
the fact that he even has his fucking breathing is
Yeah, it's the
insane.
breathing.
That's the part that's
What
wild.
the fuck?
Ridiculous.
Yeah, the only note that I'd have is that I think we need a few longer rides in there. Like
Right. Okay. Noted. I'll put that in the bag for future reference.
Yeah,
No,
just like
the reference. Oh my god,
Just
sweet.
saying for future reference. Just saying that just sounded exactly like it came out of his fucking mouth. That's
Where
so
the
weird.
fuck is
It's
Cyber?
not gonna come out of my elbow.
Just elbows. Like that is so weird. That is so weird.
Guys, now we know we have a substitute Cyber.
Yes.
Yeah, if you
You
ever
heard
need
it here
somebody
first
to-
on CBJ, guys. Cyber is in Lobes' mouth.
Hey, yo, pause.
What? I just like the impression. It was really what I.
Wait a second.
Mm.
I don't know if I would put it that way.
How would you put it, Cyber?
Well, not like that. I would probably say like, well, there's ways that that you could have right an explanation that's not exactly like that because that's a little too TikTok friendly schmexual.
I love the just like
both married
speeding up
with
at
that.
the end of a phrase. It's just too perfect.
It's so cyber coded.
I am genuinely terrified of someone somehow impersonating me now because this Loeb's impression is Loeb's and his impression here of Cyber is incredible. So I don't
Wait,
know
did you hear Zach Hoffman's impression of you the other day?
Who's?
Zach Lazar Hoffman. He was
I didn't
live.
hear it. I didn't hear
Right.
it. No.
Well, you were there. Lobes invited you, and right when he saw your comment, right, he gifted Zach Hoffman to do an impression, and he did, and he was saying things along the lines kind of like that's not a thing. That's
And
not
talked
a thing.
about Irenaeus and Josephus. He was just name dropping.
Fair enough.
And saying your mom a lot.
Saying your mom a lot.
And the John Cena joke. Yeah.
Oh yeah. That
You know what I've been saying that I picked up from you, Jaron, is that's just not how that works. That's not how that works.
That's not how that works.
Well, that's how
not how
that
any
works.
of this works.
Yeah, I keep saying that like in all sorts of different stuff that I'm making, and I'm just like, fuck, this is Jaron.
Oh no, I got Jaron in my mouth.
Jaren is like in everyone.
Ew, I got Jared in our mouths, guys. That's gross.
I mean,
Spit
I'm
it
not
out.
complaining.
Oh.
That sounds like a you problem.
and also Jaron and your mom's. Okay. But yeah.
Jared is a married man, everyone. Okay, keep that in mind.
Married to the game. Okay.
Is Paul
It's
a
okay.
guest?
I'm married to his wife too, so it works.
All right. Paul from Shaw, what's going on?
Yo, what's up?
What you got?
Yeah, can you prove to me that your fecal matter is orbiting around the sun?
Yes.
How can you give me empirical evidence?
My
Can
fecal
you
matter
substantiate?
going around the sun?
Yeah, can you
that
prove
it is
to me,
going or it isn't?
Can you prove to me that your shit is in motion?
Is this like Russell's teapot, but like Russell's like
It's Russell shit.
yeah.
I need for me.
Threw it
I
up
need for
there
you to
with
prove
my-
that to me.
It's
Baseball
Russell's bedpan. No,
One thing I
It's
can
not-
prove
it's not
is
going
that
around
your
the
shit is coming out of your mouth, Paul, and it's called that argument
How do you know that's true?
because we can all hear it.
How do you know that you know?
Anyways, so Paul, do you have any evidence for Jesus or Paul?
How do you know that you know
Cool.
that there's no evidence?
So is that a yes or
Right,
no?
that's not evidence.
How do you know that you know?
All right. Well,
This is just a big pivot. It's just a pivot.
I'd like to ask Cyber a question about something he knows a lot about and hear him go off on the details. So what is something that you know a lot about so that you can just
Understand this as Jews. We understand this. Hang on.
you're bringing it up
Sorry.
on the computer?
You gotta put more emphasis on the P.
Right. Okay. But what's actually happening is people are going back, right? Right, and they're making it look like it's Jesus, but it's really about Israel because the prophecy is fulfilled. I'm sorry, what?
I just said right. Like I was just like going.
oh.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Okay, yeah, right. So the prophecy is fulfilled in the same chapter, just a few verses later, where a child. Well, it's talked about in the past tense. So the past tense. So the child has already been born, and so it can't possibly be talking right about a future thing because it's something that's already happened.
Right. Okay. Well, that sounds correct. All right. That's very convincing.
I've just rolled the stone over your bad arguments and entombed them. And now all you can do is stand there and wait for the resurrection of your bad arguments.
Is there something about your rhetorical dick being down my throat?
Yes. Oh no.
Yeah, you're just over here taking rhetorical back shots.
No. Okay. Anyways. God damn. Okay.
This is fucking great.
This is scary. This is scary. I don't know. Did I watch Lobes get married? Like what happened exactly?
Well, when you know, well, there's nothing I'll say about that. Actually, never mind.
Anyways,
Docked.
damn. All right. There's Lobes down in the corner.
Get back down there, Lobes. Don't show your face.
I don't know how he did such an amazing job at this impression. I don't get it.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the joyful impression now.
Ooh.
I want to hear the
many-
Hanji impression. That's what I want.
There's so many subtle
Said
things.
no one can do an impression of me.
Joyful just sounds like Principal, or no, the Reverend Lovejoy on Simpsons. That's what I always think of when I hear Joyful talk.
We have somebody who's coming up, but I'm not sure. It looks like it might be a kid.
Hey, Lethy, can we just get an age check real quick?
Yeah, 24.
What year were you
Okay,
born?
great.
Huh?
What year were you born?
01.
What month?
July. Are we able to prove you wrong or not?
So what evidence do you have for Jesus and Paul?
I mean, I feel like it's kind of obvious. Like, I even said it on the comments. How do I know you're real? Right?
Cool. So do you have
You
any
didn't
evidence
answer
for
it.
Jesus and Paul?
I mean, it's just kind of obvious. It's like,
Well,
All right. Well, there he goes.
I was going to just say, I mean, Jaren's got writings that are published
yeah.
It's so obvious.
That's more than Jesus.
right there. Bada bing, bada boom. Hey, I did want to come up. The reason why I came up is to tell you I'm doing the promo stream on the Deconstruction
Oh, nice.
YouTube. So if you happen to get some people that are like, you didn't read my super chat, don't mind them. Just it's going to charity.
Oh, okay. Well, there we go. There we go. And again, and thank you very much, Benny. And on top of that, I did want to point out that if we get to 300 viewers, that is another $40 given over to Season of Reason within Deconstruction Junction, the Deconstruction community here on TikTok, their Discord. If you'd like to give, I think
I have it in my link tree.
it's Benny. Yeah. So Benny Boy's link tree there in his profile. They're on his profile there.
Make it pay, everybody. Make it pay.
Yes, make me pay. Make me pay. Today's actually the last day of the little week-long thing that we've got, and currently we're at $120 that I've got that I've pledged over to Season of Reason. So let's go ahead and get another 40 in there.
And I will match whatever Jaren has to.
Oh,
put.
snap.
There we go.
Oh shit! That's awesome. That is awesome. So if hey, look, if we can get to 300, that's a lot. That's a lot. We just get to 300 viewers there, and we'll go ahead and put it another 40 into the kitty. So thank you very much. That's a big W from Benny. We're helping a lot of people out. We're helping a lot of people out. That's the idea. So yeah. If you're watching on YouTube, welcome in. We're talking Jesus and Paul. If anybody has any arguments for Paul, any evidence for Paul or Jesus, come on up. And we're not talking about Jesus today. We're talking about Jesus 2,000 years ago. If you've got evidence for Jesus walking about in Judea back in the 20s, early 30s, let me know. I'm here for it. Let's see.
The Shroud of Turin. The Shroud of Turin. I'm just trying to think here. So did they say that they like quote unquote tested the blood on the Shroud of Turin? Do we have like a blood type?
No. So what's
Blood
been
doesn't
referenced-
last that long.
Yeah, exactly. Blood does not last that long. So in the early 1980s or 1970s, I think it's somewhere in there, there was someone who said that there was blood on the shroud. That's what they said. But they didn't say what kind of blood it was or anything like that. It just behaved like blood. Could have been pig's blood, could have been human blood, could have been whatever. Now, it's here recently that they said that they tested the blood somewhere, and that's just not the case. That is a study from 2014 that came out from some pretty pious Catholics in Italy, some Italian Catholics. who did a study on it. And then they came back in 2014 and said, yeah, we tested it and it came back as human blood. And so many different scholars and scientists took a look at that article and said, that's bullshit. What you did isn't science at all. And so they ended up having to redact it. They actually retracted that article. So it's pretty wild. Now, some of those people came back and had a 2022 study where they talked about how the 1988 study on carbon dating could have been flawed. And in that 2022 study, they tried to say that this new process of how to date an artifact came back with a date of 1st century CE, even though that had never been tested on anything else. Like the shroud was apparently the guinea pig for that test. So it's pretty bad. But the Shroud of Turin, again, need I remind you that it is simply just artwork from the 1300s. It doesn't have any indication of this being anything that was ever laid on anybody. It is absolutely artwork. Otherwise, the face would be all weird looking because it's, it's a 2D version of a 3D object, which is a body. It's silly.
Can you put that mask on?
Can I put the mask on?
Yeah, you don't have to like put it on Siri. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we might as well just do it.
I used to do it before.
Oh,
there we go.
But
it's so weird. Wait.
Somehow it's trying to find the eyebrows or something. I don't know why, but it looks
weird. You must have like a little bit of the touch up.
I don't know what that is. I don't know how to turn it off.
So TikTok automatically makes you more beautiful.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Wait. This can't be true.
No, I literally have it set to 0 on everything.
It doesn't work on me.
Maybe it's
Why
your
does it make
computer?
you look like lobes?
I don't know.
I don't know, Cyber. You need to get that checked out.
Zoom will do that too.
Oh, it's really strange. It might be my
filter.
camera or something, maybe.
How come it came with glasses? It's not accurate.
You're just right. I don't know. You can't like increase perfection.
You guys want to hear my lobes impression? I've been working on it. It needs some work, but
is this going to be lobes through cyber from lobes?
I don't really know what you're talking about. But
okay, go ahead.
Hey guys, I'm Lobes.
Shut the fuck up.
I fucking can.
I don't have this breathing right. He always just like right before he talks or whatever you said.
Yeah, but do one of his like typical catchphrases. He doesn't just go, "Hey guys, I'm Lobes." Like he does all those like great lines.
That's all I've ever heard him say.
What kind of lines are you referring to exactly?
Well, I'm such an absurdist, like those types of things where he's like, me.
Okay.
Look at
Okay, never once has he ever said, I'm so what do you say? I'm
such an absurdist.
Yeah, he says it. He says, I'm Lobes, and it's Lobin time, and then he lobes over everybody.
I think he has said that once. Okay, let me think.
He also does like when people are trying to have a conversation, he comes up and he just like sits there going, Lobesy, 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 Lobesy.
Right,
For like
I have
a really long time. Like
yeah, and
long.
everyone mutes him and he unmutes himself going, Lobesy, Lobesy, Lobes. It's like we're trying to debunk Christianity here, Lobes, Lobesy, Lobesy, Lobesy.
Yeah. It's kind
just
of annoying.
Just Lobin.
Yeah.
Just lobe it around. Okay.
Lobin.
Right.
New boot Lobin.
New boot Lobin.
How about I do Lobesy, 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 Lobesy.
That's
it.
Yeah, that's
pretty good.
That's about it.
Oh, I'm feeling anxious. Like I'm feeling annoyed just hearing it. It's such a Lobes thing to do.
And he's always playing, what's that tune? Oh, yeah.
Where the lemonade is made, sweet lemonade, sweet lemonade, sweet lemonade.
Yeah, it's awful.
That's so Lobes.
It's kind of the worst. Lobes kind of sucks. That's why we have Cyber on the panel.
He also did. I just did one of the catchphrases. You know, when he does an argument, someone's like, "That's a pretty good point," and he goes, "That's so Lobes." He like talks about himself in the third person.
He never. That's so Lobes.
That's so Lobes.
So
Like that's so
Lobes.
If Lobes had a show, right, it would probably it would be like a That's So Raven, but it would
Yeah.
be That's So Lobes. I can hear the theme
It
song
would
now,
be like absurdist
That's
comedy.
So Lobes.
Yeah. Where his best friend is like a banana or something. Like
It's absurdist all the time or something like that.
Yeah.
Lobes, did you just have a
That's
vision?
so Lobes.
But
Did you just have a vision?
instead of like having a vision of the future, it's always a vision of the past. So it's like a complete waste of time.
This isn't
He's
really
like Captain Hindsight from South Park, right? He's like,
Right.
oh, thanks, Captain Hindsight. Have you guys seen that one?
I don't think so. Also, Cyber, wasn't South Park filmed like in your neck of the woods?
Oh yeah, like well, it wasn't that it was filmed. It's just that the town it's based on is in Idaho. So that's where you're getting that from. It wasn't filmed from there
That's
exactly,
right, yeah.
but
South
the
Park,
town it's based
Colorado.
on.
It was based in Idaho.
Right.
Okay.
No. That actual town that it was based on. Like the show takes place in Colorado because Matt and Trey are from Colorado, but the town it's based on, right, is actually in Idaho.
Very confusing.
Oh, Savage says, "Oh yes, I do mean in his Kirk of the Woods."
Cyber, can you do the impression? This isn't really a catchphrase of Lobes, but the one I heard him on a live one time, and someone was like saying, "You were never a Christian or whatever. You don't understand Christianity," and he started singing, "Swing Lobes, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home." Can you do an impression of that?
You're asking me?
Yeah, you were having you do Lobes and where have you been for the
I
last
thought
5
you were
minutes?
talking to Jaren. Okay.
I don't like that Jason Statham cough there.
No, he did a bit. It was a bit of a higher register. He did a slightly higher register.
Sorry. Swing low.
No, not super high. It's
Well,
like
what do you want from me?
That
in
was
the
like
middle. You
crunchy
went too
register.
low, then you went too high. In the
Hang on.
Well, Lobes doesn't partake, so he's never really elevated. So I mean, I guess that would be why it was too high for you.
no, that's the opposite. So
you know
go
what I
middle.
mean?
Go middle.
Middle. Okay.
Swing.
Swing low. I'm skipping. Swing Lobes. Sweet chariot.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
a
man,
good
Lobes is
3
so
or
much
4
better at
keys in
singing
there.
than you.
Yeah. All right. So, anyways, welcome
thought it
to
was
the
pretty
last
good.
episode of CBJ, everybody. We're trying to talk about Judas and Paul. Whatever the hell is going on down there. That's the. I don't know. No idea. I'm gonna get Lobes in here. Oh God. All right. So, if you think that Jesus and Paul existed, come on up. Or if you have questions about like the New Testament or anything like that, come on up.
Casey, don't take him seriously. He always says this shit when he loses control of his own live stream.
Oh no.
Yeah, just let Daddy take control, Jaren. It's okay.
Oh my God.
I'll take good care of your baby. Here. Guys, like the live, share out the live. Come up if you think Jesus and Paul existed, and make sure you bring evidence.
So the best evidence.
This guy's gonna do a Christ Before Jesus impression.
No, that is me.
Right before Jesus, can we get an age check?
That's me.
Oh, hang on. No, that's my bad. You're right.
All right, Lobes has been disconnected, everybody. Everybody, that was Lobes. I think. I'm
That
That was
No.
fucking crazy.
Jesus Christ.
That wasn't Lobes. That was Cyber.
It was messing with me. Honestly, I kept forgetting that it was not Cyber.
There were moments where I was like, oh, okay, it's not really him. But like a lot of it was really good.
I even invited the real Cyber in here so he could see this shit.
It was good. It made me miss Cyber. It's funny.
Now bring your profile back up so I can talk to me.
What? No, anyways.
You heard what I said.
Anyways.
Oh my.
Yeah, exactly. I don't.
Oh my.
All right. Anyways, I don't know if we can even get this. I don't even know if we can get this live back on the rails.
Waste of our time.
I can't.
Waste of our time.
Lobes,
What are you
Cyber
gonna
was
say?
doing some really bad impressions of you.
Hang on. I'm working on something.
What's he working on?
He's just bringing up the information on his computer.
I just wanted to do a different background than the other one I had.
What background is this?
We were running that. I was up there yesterday with them running this.
It is what it is. Prove me wrong.
It got deep.
I
Yeah, that sounds
fucking
like
love
a
it.
horrible. That sounds like exactly what most people that come up on my lives want to talk about.
They don't think it
That-
be
that-
like it is, but it do.
They love that prompt. They would love that prompt.
That's another one. I also have it be like that sometimes. Prove me wrong. And somebody was like, somebody was taking me really serious. It's just the same thing. That's just the it is what it is. It's something that you say when you accept something you don't want to happen, and it be like that sometimes is just the African American version of that. That's what they told
The
me.
African American version of it.
Yeah, I didn't quite follow on that one. I was like, is he-
calling black salami.
Anyways,
and to the chat here, Joel is quiet because he's gotta keep his voice low and healthy for Hump Day Dump Day, I'm sure.
Yeah, we're doing a big extravaganza tonight because I've got TikTok Studio now, so I can be just as cool as Jaren and the big kids.
You didn't have it before?
No, I just have my phone.
why didn't you
I-
use
I
it
have a
before? You
Mac.
had access to it.
No, I have a Mac, so they didn't have it. So now they have it the thing for Mac, so we're good to go.
Yeah, it's awesome that it's on Mac, honestly.
It
Yeah.
really didn't. I couldn't.
you, bestie.
I don't know what was going on there.
I was talking to Joel, telling him I'm proud of him that he's able to do
Thank
that.
you, Anji. I didn't understand that either, but yes, thank you so much.
My bad.
But yeah, the TikTok studio is pretty. It's pretty nice. You're supposed to only get it whenever you have 10,000 followers, but apparently you can get it with 1,000 followers if you're a gaming channel.
I have it on my other account, and maybe it's like I'm grandfathered in or something because I've had TikTok Studio access over there for a while, but I only have 5,000 or so. So, but like I've had that account for a really long time.
I've been able to use TikTok Studio all the time, but when I was sub 1,000.
Yeah, I think there's just different rules. TikTok's just one of these weird things.
There's there's an application process I think that used to go on where they check your account. And if they're like, okay, yeah, we'll give them a shot. And then you have to like go live 3 times within like so many days, and then they'll give you guest access and
Yeah, that's true. And they'll like I was getting emails or like notifications or whatever. They go, "Oh, you got studio access again," and I'd be like, "Yeah, I've never used. What are you talking about? Like, leave me alone. It's not for Mac." But anyway,
let's see, Zakari,
Yes.
or is that
Zakari.
Zachary?
Well, Zachary is what I go by formally, but some people call me Zakari on here.
Well, what do you like to go by?
Zachary is more preferable, but I don't want to step on anyone's toes.
Well, not a problem, not a problem. Well, Zachary, what you got for us? What you think Jesus and Paul existed?
No, I want to come up to say I'm a big fan of you and Joel, and I appreciate what you both do. Thank you.
Oh yeah, and of course, Lobes, Benny, and Hanji are just chopped liver. But nevertheless, thanks for
Chopped liver, always. It never fails.
I don't want to be. I don't want to be super formal with you. So thank you, Zakari.
Name of someone Kratos would battle against. Hey, Cyber's in the house.
It sounds like someone that Kratos would battle against. Is that what you said?
Yeah, I feel like Kratos would fight a Zakari.
Zeus, your son has returned! I bring the destruction of Olympus!
Anyways, so... oh, gosh. Oh, well, Cyber's...
That's his hands.
All right, we've got, let's see, someone's coming up. Also, Zakari sounded a lot like Sikari, which would be the group of, like, Jewish rebel fighters right before the first Jewish-Roman war that went around stabbing people with pokey pokies.
It's probably, never mind. That might be the origin of his name. You never know.
Maybe. I have no idea. No, that was God of War.
According to Google, Zakari is a Hebrew form of Zechariah. It's a variant of the name Zechariah, which means God has remembered. It is also a given name and surname for some people, like in Africa, like Rufai, Zakari Muhammad. They're like an artist and a politician. I don't know. I'm just reading Google.
I mean, I believe it. We got little mini Jesus there.
I like Misa.
Yeah, there was Zacchaeus, the wee little man. Yes. I actually sang some of those bars the other day about Zacchaeus being a wee little man. Wait, has there been a jackass stunt where wee man is Zacchaeus? That would, anyways. But point is, I sang some of it, and barely anyone knew it. And that's really
Zacchaeus was a wee little man was he. He climbed up in the sycamore tree, the Lord he wanted to see. Zacchaeus, please come down. I don't know.
Savior passed that way. He looked up in a tree. And he said, Zacchaeus,
you come down, or please come down. I don't know if he says please.
He doesn't say please. He's God.
Because I'm going to your house for tea or today?
No, today.
Hey.
Okay.
It doesn't rhyme. It's for Christians.
It's like they rhyme.
Is requesting Lobes to be Cyber.
Yeah. Do you think I should? Cyber? I don't know if I'm gonna do that today. I think it was like a one.
If you don't change that background and do it, I will drop you.
Hard.
I have the high ground.
Wait, but I'm way up here.
Hey,
my finger is hovering.
Did you ever pledge allegiance to the Christian flag and to the Savior for his kingdom it stands? One brotherhood, uniting all nations in service and in love? Is that what you're talking about? She goes, no, I've never done that.
Well, I did the one for that one and for the Bible. I went to a Christian school for a couple of years.
Oh,
and
really?
We did
like, I pledge allegiance to the Bible, God's holy word, and will make it a light into my path and a lamp to my feet.
I
words in my heart that I might not sin against God, because I haven't done that one
You
yet.
took me all the way back with that one, man. When you started doing the Christian flag, I was like, oh, this one's capital.
Oh, my God. Am I a royal ambassador again? Anyways, so...
we didn't have that one in Canada, but...
Did you have the fucking... Give me 1 second. Awanas.
We didn't. Well, we had Awanas, but like we didn't have like a version of like that very American way of being Christians. You know, like
I guess you guys do have a flag.
Well, we have a flag.
I mean, kinda. Like it's three colors. And they're not
It's
like
two
in anything.
colors.
Oh, no. It's not. It's three lines. Yeah. It's two colors. It's only two colors. Once you reach like the pinnacle of like a country, that's when you actually involve more than two colors, and.
You unlock the third color.
Yeah, you unlock it. And what you guys have, you have rectangles and a leaf. We have a square and a bunch of stripes and some stars. We got a lot of shit, and they're just spangled.
Yeah, you guys are really you have a busier flag for sure.
So many stars. Like I that was supposed to be like, oh, each star represents a state, but there's not even 50 stars on that bitch, is there?
Yeah, there's 50.
I counted. No, there's not.
Well,
what the fuck are you talking about? Of course,
before Alaska and Hawaii were brought in, there was only 48. But there's
Lopes is over here counting the Betsy Ross stars.
No, that's.
I can't get to 14, let alone 50.
Maybe I'm mistaken.
That's definitely 50. But
50 comes.
How many stripes are there, Lobes? How many stripes?
There's 12.
There's 13. It's for the 13 colonies.
But since you got under without going over,
live in one of them. You fucking live in one of the colonies.
The colonies.
A spotty. Anyways, yeah. So, how many red stripes? For red stripes, there would be 7. There's more.
That's how many it takes for me to have a good night.
I don't even know what that is, but here we go.
Oh, red stripe. Do they even sell that drink anymore? I don't even know.
No, it just kind of sounded like you were doing some kind of weird line.
It's a Jamaican beer.
Oh, okay. How many Four Locos are on the flag? That's what I want to know. Jamaican beer. Okay, Red Stripe is a great beer. Okay. Yeah, 7 red and 6 absence of red. What?
And they're blank. They just
blank
didn't color.
stripes. Yeah. Anyways. But speaking of way too much red and not a lot of other things, the Canadian flag. And the Canadian flag, it's got 3 lines, 2 red, 1 white, I guess. And then what a giant fucking... Is there anything around the leaf officially? Or is it just a leaf?
I think it's a leaf, right?
Is it just the leaf?
But to their credit, no one else is doing leaves. Everybody else is like on the stars bandwagon. And we fell hard for that thing.
We should actually change it from stars to maple leaves. So there's 50 maple leaves.
But, yeah, like you've heard of one-upping Canada. But what if we 49 up them? Up them.
Oh, okay. I think we're fine now. So the weakest flag, in my opinion, has got to be Japan, right? I mean, it's got to be.
Oh, for sure.
It's just, I mean, it's a dot on a surrender flag.
No, yeah. Well, the surrender flag itself is probably the weakest one for like its design as well as what it represents.
Well, yes.
That's the French
but
flag,
I don't know of any other country aside from France that flies that flag officially.
But the surrender flag?
Yeah.
France.
Yeah, it's just France. But other than that, we got Japan, who puts a red dot on it, and I feel like that's pretty simple.
Because it's the rising sun.
No, the rising sun flag actually has shit coming off
During
of the
their
sun.
war. Yeah.
Yeah, the real cyber that one's fine.
See this shit.
It was good. It made me miss cyber. It's fun.
You got to pause the YouTube live there, sir.
How did it echo something that was said like 5 minutes ago?
He's just behind on the stream, I'm guessing.
5 minutes?
Sometimes you pause it, when you're watching it, because you can pause the live on YouTube and you got to, like answer a phone call and then you go back and then it resumes.
Oh, okay. It might be on YouTube. Oh, okay. I was like, how is that possible? All right. Okay. So, Ukairai, I think. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but I'm going to send you an invite to unmute and please ask your question. Oh, and then as soon as I did, you unmuted and I muted you back again. Here, okay. There you go.
Hey,
what's up? I just wanted to do a different background than the other one I had. That was pretty good.
Uchi Wally Wally, pause your YouTube stream, please.
No, he was doing a Lobes impression. It was really good.
Jaren. Jaren. Oh.
I paused the YouTube.
All right, go ahead. What you got, man?
Hey, can you hear me, man?
Yeah, what you got?
Yeah, man. So look, I haven't been listening to like this stream really, so I don't know what points you have, but I just want to know if you're I don't know if you're aware that this is kind of a radical position to have even for an atheist, because it's the existence of Jesus Christ and the Apostle Paul is not really a disputed fact, among historians, even among atheist historians.
It is.
I'm sure you're aware of this. So I'm curious
If you were
to know,
truly aware, you would know that it is disputed.
Yes,
We don't
but
go
not
based
really,
off of
because
biases here. We go based off of historical facts and archaeological evidence, which there is none for Jesus or Paul.
Look, I get where you're coming from, but it's just you just need to understand that really, if you really look
Why
at it,
does me
we have
understanding?
very
Why does
early
me?
sources.
Okay, you've been muted for a second because there's a lot of echo and stuff. And I promise you, I will send you the invite to unmute so you can respond to this. But I don't really give a shit whether or not it's super common or frowned upon, fringe, unheard of, rare, strange, different. I don't care. As Hanji said, I'm basing this off of evidence. I don't care how many people say that I'm wrong. I don't care how long they went to school. I care about the evidence that they provide. So what is the evidence that they provide? If you can get to that, then we'll get to it. Otherwise, you're just kind of going up here and saying, the people I like say you're wrong. Cool, awesome. But why? Go ahead.
Confirmation bias.
Okay, well, I can literally just go as early as we can, right? I can even use historians from around that time. You believe that Julius Caesar existed because of the writings of historians, but you don't believe earlier non-Christian historians like Tacitus. You've heard all these things before, but I'd like to hear your
believe
point
that
of view.
Julius Caesar existed because of writings.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. What?
No, listen,
there's nothing.
listen.
There's what?
I believe he existed because we have coins and statues that were made that he posed for. That's how we know exactly what he looked like.
Okay, do you realize that there's many people you believe existed who don't have coins and statues? Surely there's more to it than that.
Awesome.
There's many people who believe that George.
Listen. We're not going to sit around. Yeah? We're not going to sit around and list a whole bunch of different people. We're explicitly talking about Jesus and Paul. You are the one who brought up Julius Caesar, and I'm telling you that the way that you presented my belief in Julius Caesar is incorrect. I don't have to go through every list of person that you bring up. I don't have to do that, and that's not what this live is. This live is about Jesus and Paul. What is the evidence they existed, or GTFO?
Okay. Okay, well, I'm going to give you non-Christian historians who wrote about Jesus, and they wrote about Jesus much closer to the time much closer to the modern to him than the modern times. Like Tacitus, which is in 116 AD, he mentioned Jesus, right, well, called Christus at that time, executed by Pontius Pilate during Tiberius' reign, right? And Tiberius is a highly reliable Roman historian at that time. We have Josephus, you've heard these names before, also 93 AD, even closer, right? And one passage, right, which is obviously partially altered by later Christians. Some people, of course, debate that, right? But virtually all scholars agree that Josephus originally mentioned Jesus as a real man who was crucified and had followers called Christians. That was 93 AD. We can even go again. Pliny the Younger, 112 AD, mentions Christians worshiping Christ as God, which is evidence that Jesus' followers existed very early, right? Suetonius, I don't know how to pronounce Suetonius, by the way. Suetonius, though, what do you call it? This is 120 AD, mentioned disturbances among Jews in Rome due to someone named Christus, likely referring to disputes about Christ at that time, because there were disputes about Jesus Christ among the Romans at that time. So people were disputing this, and we have writings talking about people disputing these things. So this is like within 100 years of the death, burial, and resurrection of Jesus Christ that we have people who literally wrote this down and said, even these are non-Christian sources I gave you, right? They're not biased. So someone out there in the background yelled confirmation bias. There's no confirmation bias among
Because
non-Christian
clearly
sources.
you haven't actually read the sources, and Jaren is about to fish fillet you. Jaren, go ahead and start with Tacitus, please. I'm done with this.
I mean, I wanted to see if he had anybody else who maybe I hadn't heard of before.
It's the same rhetoric. I know the website he's reading from also. And that was me, by the way. I'm the one who said it. I'll say it again if you want, if you didn't hear me clearly the first time. Confirmation bias.
Jaren, I'll let you take this one.
Hey, miss or whatever.
What happened to
that you
Lowe?
mentioned
No!
that. You don't have to be so aggressive. We're not in a fight. We're in a discussion. We're in a debate, you know.
I'm
And
not
I'm really,
haven't seen
I just
aggressive yet,
mentioned that
and
you
you're
mentioned
not even
something.
going to tone police me either. Shut your bitch ass up.
All right. Anyways, so did you have anybody other than Tacitus, Josephus, Pliny, and Suetonius? Anybody else? There you go.
Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Hello. Okay. So off the top of my head, I can't think of more non-Christian sources. However, I can obviously
What about
come up
Phlegon?
with like
Phlegon, Thales.
sources.
You want to throw
The
them
what?
in there? Phlegon and Thales. You want to throw
Who?
them in there?
I've never heard of Phlegon and Thales. But basically, I use the non-Christian sources. But Christians, just because if I have Christian sources as well, it doesn't mean that they're not true because they have.
No worries.
Because I have
so here's
Christian
the list
sources.
right here.
Wow.
This is the top 10 historical references to Jesus outside the Bible. If we scroll up to the best ones, you've already named kind of the best ones. We've got Tacitus. We got Josephus. Let's see. Number 3, Suetonius. You mentioned him. This is probably Pliny here. Yeah, Pliny. But yeah, we can go back. We got Marabar Serapion, Lucian of Samosata. This is probably Celsus. Yeah, Celsus. And then we got your Thales and your Phlegon. We can do that if you wanted. You want me to take them all down?
Yeah.
What do you want?
Yeah, I mean, I would love for you to take him on because I want to hear like your perspective because like I know like what do you call it? Guys like Alex O'Connor are big on this discussion, but I've never really heard
Alex
like
O'Connor
contentions.
is big on this discussion.
Alex O'Connor is big on the discussion that Jesus Christ never existed. I don't know if you've watched his content really, but we're not here to talk about Alex.
Exactly, but
Well, he has. I like Alex O'Connor. He's a cool guy. He's a cool atheist. You know, he's not just trying to like attack people. He's actually trying to have a discussion. He's actually trying to. But he has had this discussion. I can assure you of that. I can even send you links like afterwards and stuff like that. We're not enemies. We
don't
just have
really
a
give a
discussion.
shit. I just care about
that's
the
cool.
evidence that's presented.
That's cool. Yeah,
So-
which is what I'm saying. So we don't care about Alex O'Connor is what I'm saying.
Right.
Let's continue.
Yeah. So, did you want me to start with who we've got, or did you want me to go through this entire list here?
Whatever.
Because this list has
Either
what do
way,
you want?
you can go through at least the ones I mentioned, and I don't know about the others. So
Okay.
Just yeah.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll just start at the top here. So what we've got here, we'll go ahead and go to Tacitus was the first person that you mentioned. So he's actually number 1 on this list. So Tacitus, he says, consequently, to get rid of the report, Nero fastened the guilt. This is for the fire in Rome in 64. Fastened the guilt and inflicted the most exquisite tortures on a class hated for their abominations called Christians by the populace. Christus, from whom the name had its origin, suffered the extreme penalty during the reign of Tiberius at the hands of one of our procurators, Pontius Pilatus. And a most mischievous superstition, thus checked for the moment, again broke out not only in Judea, the first source of the evil, but even in Rome, where all things hideous and shameful from every part of the world find their center and become popular. This is a particular take that people think, or a particular passage in Book 15 of Tacitus's Annals, that we assume was written about the Christians. There's actually a little image here, which is kind of interesting. You see this right here? You see this image over to the side on this website?
Yes, I see it. Yep.
Yeah. So something.
Yeah, I see it.
Something that's really weird about this is that this isn't actually the copy of explicitly Book 15, like the section that talks about the Christians. It's not. It's not in this particular picture. This is an image of the first page of the 11th century copy of Annals from Tacitus. Have any idea why they're not actually showing the image of the line that they're talking about here?
Okay, so you're saying it's a forgery, basically?
No, just try to guess. Try to guess why the reason they're try to guess the reason why they're not showing the image of the text that they just put here. Because if we do have an 11th century copy of Book 15 of the Annals, why are they not showing the text that they just quoted right here? Do you have any idea why?
I don't know, but the easiest thing that I could say is the closest guess that I could make is perhaps the original manuscripts of where it was written are not in good condition. I mean, this was from thousands of years ago, literally. Keeping anything like paper or papyrus or whatever from so long ago,
thousands of years ago, literally, that wouldn't make any sense. The 11th century manuscript is from
the writings originate from over 1,000 years.
Then that wouldn't have anything to do with their actual how well they're still put together.
Jesus Christ died, buried, and rose again 2,000 years ago.
Cool. So that has nothing to do with whether or not a manuscript from the 11th. This has nothing to do with whether or not a manuscript from the 11th century is actually.
Sharon, Uchira, give me just 1 second. Hold on.
What is that?
Everyone mute up. Don't interfere. I don't know how to pronounce your name, and I apologize. Let me make something perfectly clear, Skeptical. I'm going to put my black ass on the screen real quick. Someone in the chat, Skeptical Cheese. Because he's a man of color, he's automatically from the ghetto. He's automatically hood. Motherfucker, have you been to Athens? That's hood. Have you been to the Bronx? That's my fucking hood. So because I'm a melanin woman, I'm automatically ghetto? Bitch, I can show you fucking ghetto. We don't do that colorist, racist bullshit here. I will block your ass. I just had to say my fucking piece because unlike other people, I say shit to their face, not behind it. Let's get that fucking clear. Go fuck yourself, you racist son of a bitch. Okay, continue.
I don't even know what that person's talking about. Are they saying the guest is from? What
Yes. Yes.
Oh.
And he called him Jamal. Yes, he's saying you're hood and you're ghetto, and that's how you guys talk, and I was not fucking having it.
Weird.
A fucking black bitch, you got me fucked up.
Okay. Well, skeptical.
I don't mean to brag, but I don't really I grew up in the suburbs, and my family is rich in millions of US dollar terms. So I'm not even that's kind of lame. But anyway, back to the real discussion, right?
And US
go ahead.
Yeah. You were saying, man?
So really quick. Well, one second. To Skeptical Cheese, the next comment that you need to have either needs to apologize or you'll get blocked. It's one of the two. So anyways, back to what we were talking about. So the actual manuscript itself for Tacitus's Annals that we have, the oldest manuscript, goes to the 11th century. That's 1,000 years ago. All right. We actually do have decent copy of the manuscript. There you go. Skeptical, you're good. Okay. So we actually do have a decent copy or a decent image of the 11th century manuscript. It's right here in front of you, actually. This is the 11th century manuscript of Tacitus's Annals that actually talks about that particular line. The line about Christians and whatnot, right here. In fact, you know what? This is where we're going to zoom in first. See this word right here? You know?
Yeah, sure.
What that says?
Yeah.
Yeah, it says Christiani, which means Christians. Christiani.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it means Christians. The reason it's over there in the margins is because if we scroll over in that line, you get to this word right here. And this word is very clearly not exactly Christians, which is why they needed to put it in the margins. So this word here gets translated as Christians, but here is, right here in the middle, you'll see this little gap. It looks like some of this letter has been erased. It looks like an I now, but it's actually not an I. It used to be an E. Here's what an I looks like in the word Christus. Here's an I in the word Tiberius. Here's an E in the word Tiberius. This used to be an E. Every single researcher and scholar who has ever taken an ultraviolet light to the oldest manuscript, this one of the 11th from the 11th century of Tacitus's Annals on that section that we have, can see that it conclusively comes back as an E originally, which is why they put the word Christiani, like with an I, like Christians, in the margins. That is very problematic because it opens up a plethora of issues. The word Christians actually appears in an inscription in Rome in Latin, which is what this is in. It's in Latin. It actually appears in an inscription called CIL VI 24944. This inscription found in Rome dates between 36 BCE and 37 CE, which is either prior to the supposed birth of Jesus, prior to the supposed ministry of Jesus, or so soon after the supposed ministry of Jesus that they're not called Christians yet, according to Christian theology or according to Christian history. Because the church tells you that they were first called Christians in Antioch sometime in the 50s. So this would predate all of that. So if this is just the same group, this Christians, you're thinking, oh, okay, it's just maybe a misspelling or maybe that's how they heard it. Well, that's not necessarily the case, because very clearly someone who, a group that is associated with a time prior to Jesus would not be based on Jesus. Now, maybe you're thinking, okay, well, maybe it's just some kind of weird assumption that those two groups are the same or something, or some weird misspelling. I would actually like to point you to Codex Sinaiticus and Codex Vaticanus, the oldest codices for the New Testament. The Christians call themselves Christians. There's only once or twice in the New Testament that the word Christian is even used, most notably in Acts, like I just said, where it says that they're called Christians first at Antioch. However, the oldest manuscripts for Acts have the word Christian. It says, we were first called Christians at Antioch. That's really strange. The oldest Christians, the further you go back, the more likely they are to use the word Christian with an E instead of an I. They even have arguments about this in the late 2nd, early 3rd century about how maybe we should call ourselves Christians instead Christians, you know, that kind of thing. There's even some people who use both interchangeably, Christian and Christian, going as far to even use two vowels there, which would basically be CHRIE, as like Christians or something like that. So where I'm going with this is that this makes no sense, especially since it goes on to try to claim that they get the name Christians from this Christ character. If Christ is spelled with an I, it doesn't make any sense to name the group with an E. Makes no sense. On top of that, Tacitus is lauded as one of the greatest Roman historians because he has access to the Senate archives or the Senate records and the Roman archives. He used to be a senator. So in 116, when he writes Annals, he was using records. But they wouldn't have put down Christ on a crucifixion or arrest record. They would have put down Jesus or his Latin or Greek or Aramaic name or whatever. Not Christ. Pilate doesn't even put the word Christ on top of the cross according to the Gospels. He doesn't even put it there. So I don't know why they would be using that name. He also, by the way, he goes on to call Pontius Pilate a procurator, but he wasn't a procurator. He was a prefect. Tacitus knows the difference. He actually uses prefect and procurator in the correct spots for correct people elsewhere in annals. He uses both terms because they mean something different. It's like a senator versus a representative or something like that, a state representative. It's different. Now, it's kind of close, but it's not the same thing. And he knows how to use it. He uses it correctly elsewhere. So this leads us to believe that he might not have actually added, or he might not have actually written the line about the Christians. And as luck would have it, whenever we take a look, so I'm a data scientist, that's what I am by trade. And when we take a look at that section from Tacitus and we compare it to other lines from Tacitus, this is what we get. This here is a dendrogram. It's like a family tree, and the further you are away from each other on the dendrogram, the further files are, the less likely they are to be written by the same author. This is something called stylometry. It takes a look at a text using the most frequently used words and the distances between the words and grammar and all kinds of things in order to indicate authorship. All of Tacitus's similarly sized lines come up under this branch, with the exception of what we call Tacitus J, which is the line that talks about Christus. What that tells us is that this section about Tacitus's in Tacitus's annals, initially written in 116, like you mentioned, does not actually have this section here. This section is added later. What it actually said was Nero fastened the guilt and inflicted the most exquisite tortures on a class hated for their abominations, called Christians by the populace. It skips this entire line and then continues on right after it, and it doesn't show you what's after it on the site, but it says that
when is later?
An arrest was first made of all who pled guilty, and then it says further arrests were made upon their information. So it literally calls them terrorists. Like it says, hey, they pled guilty to doing this. And then it talks about all of the arrests that were made and the tortures and everything like that happened. So again, this is a group called the Christians, but it's not based on Jesus. It's using a term that's before Jesus even shows up.
You're saying that portion was added later. When is
Correct.
Later?
So it would have to be pretty far later, considering the fact that it's in Latin. And the earliest that we get any Christian that we know of writing in Latin would be Tertullian, who wrote about 84 years later, in 200. He's also, by the way, Tertullian is also the first Christian to allude to the idea that the Christians were mentioned by Tacitus, which is something really interesting because he doesn't actually quote the line. He just says that we were talked about. He says, look at your history books. We were talked about and blamed for the fire in Rome. That's what he says. He doesn't mention that they say anything about Jesus or Christ or anything. He just says that we were blamed, which is fine because he's saying that's us. Like the Christians are us. I would agree. But it doesn't have anything about Jesus. It's just, it's the group, and they come up with the Jesus story later. And this line about Jesus gets added into Tacitus sometime after Tertullian.
Okay, but he's a follower of Christ, no?
Tertullian? Yes.
So, and that's in 200 AD, right? Correct? Around 200 AD, right?
Yeah, that's around the time.
So if it's around 200 AD, and he's saying that an earlier writing from roughly 100 years prior was saying that, hey, look, these guys were speaking about us, and this text, right, is saying something that a lot of people interpret to be talking about Christians. It means that there were Christians at that time, and there were people who followed this man called Christ at that time.
No.
So
no. Nope. Slow down. This part I already explained to you. This part is not in there. Tertullian does not reference this part.
Yes. Let's say it was not in there.
Okay.
If we have a person 100 years later saying that, someone is referencing Christians
group.
in his
Yeah, the
work,
group. Sure.
it means that even before that additional part was added, people still interpreted what Tacitus was saying to have been referring to
That group.
Christians.
Yes,
So even if that part isn't there, there was at least one person who believed that what Tacitus was writing about was about Christians.
That's what I'm
Christians
saying.
being followers of Christ.
Yep. Sure.
So
Yep.
that's exactly. So what I'm saying is,
Christ
if
doesn't
we
have
can
to mean
acknowledge
Jesus.
that
You
at
know
that
that, right?
time,
Christ doesn't have to mean Jesus. In fact,
okay.
very clearly,
Okay.
he didn't say Christians. He said Christians. In fact, Christos, which means the good one, has nothing to do with like Judaism or the Messiah or anything like that. Christos, which means, again, the good one, and Christos, I guess the Greek more specifically, like where it comes from.
Christos,
Yeah, Christos comes from like some of the earliest Christians. They are calling themselves Christians with an E. What you would be referring to, like if Jesus did live and Jesus was part of the Jewish community and he was the Messiah, or people called him the Messiah, they would be calling them like Christ with an I. So it's pretty clear that that's not what's going on here, especially since this term that he's using, Christians with an E, again, we see it before the supposed life of Jesus. So even I have no problem with that being the earliest versions of Christianity. I have no problem with that, and I have no problem with
From about when?
Tacitus mention it. Say what?
You said it's from before Jesus. From when before Jesus? The term Christian.
So again, the inscription that we find in Rome dates between 36 BCE and 37 CE. So it would be before they're ever called Christians, according to the church.
Okay, so that means, are you telling me that the earliest one is 36 BCE?
No.
Or
no,
are you
I'm
saying that
it
the
can be
earliest
between
date
there.
that they could get?
Yes.
Okay,
Well,
so
I mean, it wouldn't
does
really
that
make
not
sense if it
fall
is
within the
versus
window?
5. Go ahead.
Yeah, if Christ lived at 0 AD, 233, then that falls very neatly within that window, don't you think?
No.
Yes, it does. It does.
No.
It's
When
0
does
to
his
33
ministry?
versus
His ministry starts in maybe the late 20s, maybe. So
his ministry started when he was 30 years old. Let's say 30 AD.
Okay, well, I was giving you a couple years. So, all right, 30.
Okay,
So
cool,
that means that only 7 of these potential years are even during the time that Jesus would have been active / after his ministry. But explicitly, the Christian church says that they were first called Christians in the 50s in Antioch, which is in Asia Minor or near Asia Minor. So, I mean, what? Like that's not Rome in the early 30s. That's Antioch in the 50s.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
So remember, right, that Tacitus and Tertullian both came after that period. So if they are referring to them as Christians, it doesn't mean that the people at that time had to refer to them as Christians for it to be valid. Let's say that the people were only referred to as Christians in the 50s, right? Tacitus came after that. So did Tertullian. So if those two guys came at that time who were not calling them Christians, it doesn't mean that it's no longer valid that people were called Christians. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Do you
No,
understand what I'm
because
saying?
You're not really saying anything that makes
If people,
any sense.
okay, listen, right?
Uh-huh.
People were called Christians in the 50s.
According
Tacitus
to the church.
and Tertullian both referred, yes, right? According to the Bible, right?
Yeah, the church.
Tacitus
yeah.
and Tertullian both referred to them as Christians.
Tacitus.
They referred to them as
Tertullian?
Christians.
Is that what you said?
Yes.
Well, I mean, technically, no. Tacitus says Christian with an E.
Okay, sure. But his writings were understood to be referring to Christians, correct? By
Not
at
a
least
problem.
one person. We already established that.
Yeah.
We exactly. So if we say that he's saying that, then it's very safe to say that someone after that period can retroactively refer to them as Christians. Even if the people at that time did not call them Christians. If someone later on calls them Christians, I don't see that to be a problem. It's not a problem at all, actually. So I think there's
I don't think you understood what I was saying at all. Like, you're pointing out something that I'm agreeing with, but you're not. I don't think you understand what just happened.
Dude, you just said that because those people were not referred to as Christians. You did say that, right? People before the 50s were not referred to as Christians, right?
Before the 50s, they were called Christians. Yeah.
Before the 50s, they were first called Christians in Antioch, right?
Sure, why not?
Christians, but okay.
Also, by the way, see, I'm not really into like the language semantics because I guess they obviously would have a different language,
sure,
right?
It's all the same group. Cool.
The term Christian is an English term. Just by the way,
I mean,
right?
it's not.
And
but okay.
Christian.
Okay, well, it's okay.
So,
yes, see, that is not.
Are you aware that Christian
originally.
and Christian is the same thing? You're saying Christian and Christian is taken as the same thing, correct?
I'm saying that yes, at least one person agreed that was
awesome. I agree. That's not a problem. Okay, so if how
that's
do we
the
get,
case, then why are we debating that?
So how do we get Christians in an inscription between 36 BCE and 37 CE if the first time they were called that is in the 50s? That's my question.
Because if you follow Christ, at that time, they were Christians, they were following Christ, but they weren't called that. For example, it's literally these people
the
are
term
following.
is not the problem here. It's the date. I don't think you're understanding what's happening. They can't be called Christians or Christians. It doesn't matter. They can't be called Christians prior to Jesus' ministry. That doesn't make any sense.
No, we already established this. You're assuming it's prior to Jesus' ministry.
Okay.
But that window that you gave
explain how they're called Christians in
Jesus
37.
Christ's ministry.
Explain how they're called Christians in 37.
They're not called Christians. They're called Christians by someone who's later than 37. He's looking back at them and he's calling them Christians. Do you understand what I'm saying? He is calling them Christians, and he's much later than 37. Okay. Does that make sense? He is calling them Christians. Your argument is that they weren't calling themselves Christians.
All right, you've been muted because, again, you can't see the forest through the trees. I don't know where your elevator is trying to stop, but it's not on the same floor as mine. Please listen. We're all on the same page when we say that Christians and Christians are used like interchangeably. In fact, you said, oh, hey, like you spent a good like fucking 10, 15 minutes trying to tell me how a later person can look at the word Christian and go, this is a Christian. And so therefore it must have been a Christian. I agree with you. Okay, we're cool there. The problem isn't the term. The problem is the date. The church, the Bible, everything like that says that they were first called this term, whatever it is, in the 50s. So how did we get this inscription sometime between 36 BC and 37 AD, to use your numbers? Like, how did this should not happen? It's not about the term, it's about the dating. How does the dating happen?
I don't think, as much as you feel like I'm not understanding you,
just answer
I don't
the
think
question.
you're understanding.
You answer the question. How do we get a date? Let me use the last possible date. How do we get the term used in 37 if the term isn't supposed to be used until the 50s in another place?
How do we get the term used in?
Yes,
in 37.
We have a stone, or it's not a stone. It's a plaque where it's engraved, like it's an inscription in Rome, and I'm going to use the last possible date for it, 37. How do we have it in 37 in Rome if it's not supposed to show up until the 50s in Syria? How is that possible?
Well, it could be anything, bro. It could literally just be that people at that time, the name Christian became popularized in Antioch, and then everyone started calling them that.
It says in the Bible, it says that it was first used there.
It doesn't say they were first. It says they were first called Christians in Antioch.
That means it was.
It could just be that they arrived in Antioch. You just said
first. You said no. It said the term. It is saying they were first called Christians in Antioch, and this would have been in the 50s. Mm-hmm. So how do we get someone using the term in 37 in Rome?
Cyber wants up real quick.
What I just said is that at that time, my easy rebuttal is that the term became popular in Antioch.
No, it says they were first called that. It doesn't say they became popular there. It says they were first called that.
Yes, by the masses. I can easily say by the masses they were first called that in Antioch. It's not that difficult. It's not. I don't understand why.
Does it say in the masses by the masses? Is that what that says, or are you adding to the Bible?
Yes, but I'm not adding to the Bible.
Does it say by the masses?
It says, yes, it does say that. It does say that, but some things can be inferred, right? There are things that you can infer from what you're reading, right?
Okay, cool. So we're going to take a look at this particular verse. Okay, we're going to look at it in literally every single translation.
Yeah, I know what the verse says. Yeah.
And the disciples were called Christians first in Antioch. Okay. Let's see. And it came to pass that even for a whole year they were gathered together with the church and taught much people, and that the disciples were called Christians first in Antioch, instructed large numbers. And it was in Antioch that the disciples were first called Christians. What you're talking about is not something in there. You're adding to the Bible. It does not.
I don't see by the masses in any verse.
It does not imply at all that they were called this somewhere else first. It's just the majority of Antioch called them that. That this was a big thing in Antioch. It explicitly states in I don't know what version of the Bible that you like, but the NRSVU, which is used in seminaries, it says, and I'll read this. Let's see. So it was for that entire year they met with the church and taught a great many people, and it was in Antioch that the disciples were first called Christians. So I don't know what you're talking about. You're adding to the Bible in order to try to make this fit. In order to try to make this fit with something that very clearly doesn't fit with your narrative, because your narrative is attached to the church, which is a lying organization that is trying to tell you that this is history when it isn't. That's the problem. It's the same reason why you got duped into thinking that Tacitus mentions Christians instead of digging and finding that every single researcher who has ever taken an ultraviolet light to the oldest manuscript that we have of Tacitus's annals says that they say Christians with an E. That is problematic. There are a myriad of different reasons why we know that this is not actually from him. So it doesn't really matter. It just doesn't. I have no problem with Tacitus mentioning Christians. I have no problem with that. Because, again, he doesn't say the line about Jesus, so it doesn't matter. Ultimately, I'm not trying to say that Christians never existed. I'm trying to say that Jesus and Paul never existed. We do have Christians. We have them before when they're supposed to be there, possibly even before Jesus was supposedly born, based off of this inscription alone. But what we don't have is any version of the Acts story or church tradition actually lining up with history, actually lining up with what we have as far as inscriptions and documents go. There is no evidence whatsoever that Jesus lived or that the Christians are based off of Jesus. That's not a thing. The concept of Christ, Christ is a term. It means the anointed one, Christos or Christos, or Christus, like with a US at the end. It just means the anointed one. It does not imply that it's Jesus. It does today, because there's only one person that is ever called Christ today. But the word Christ
what were they called then?
Say what?
What were they called then if they were not Christians? If they were not called Christians, according to your understanding?
Well, Christians.
If they were not called Christians,
yeah, I mean,
prior to Antioch, what were they called then? If they were not called
prior to
Christians
Antioch?
or Christians,
they weren't.
Yes, what were they
What
called?
I'm saying is that this story here where it says they were first called Christians in Antioch. That's not a real thing.
No, but you're not answering my question. I said, what were they called then? What were they called prior to Antioch?
What?
Before
There's
Antioch.
not a before
Antioch.
this
happened.
There's not a before Antioch because this story is bullshit. That's the problem. This isn't a thing. It's trying to tell you something that's not true. We know for a fact that they were called Christians prior to when this is supposedly said. So this isn't a real thing. So you're saying, hey, prior to this fake event, what were they called? Christians? Christians, whatever you want to call them. Christians, technically Christians. But if you want an exact answer, the word is Christians. They were called Christians going back into 1st century BCE. They were called Christians in the 50s. They were called Christians in 116 when Tacitus wrote the word, and I quote, Christians. So what do you want? What do you want me to do with that?
Yeah, like the first like jotting down of the actual word Christian isn't until like the 5th century.
Yep. Even the Christians, they use
okay, you're saying the first jotting down until the.
It was the Codex Alexandricus or something like that.
Yes.
You're saying the 5th century. I thought we had established it was 5th. Yeah, it was what do you call it? 50 AD.
No.
Just now. Like maybe I'm not understanding something.
We haven't established anything in 50, man.
Christian with an I was not written down until that we have record of until the 5th century.
Yeah, you keep referencing this.
This is
not a real event.
That's my you're saying that them being called Christians in Antioch is not a real event.
Correct. I mean, this.
What evidence do you have for that? I don't understand. I just don't understand.
CILVI 24944. This is a lie. They are not first called Christians in Antioch. That's not a thing. I mean,
what were they called in Antioch, sir? What were they called?
It's not that this isn't an event. I don't know what to tell you. It's like you asking. You're trying to point to something like when Harry Potter goes to fucking Hogwarts.
No, listen. They had to have been called something
before or after it because it didn't happen. Like,
look, they had to have been called something, and you're saying that you definitively know that they weren't Christians. And
if you're trying to say that this is in the 1st century, if you think this has happened in the 1st century, and you're asking me about that, the word is Christians. They're called Christians. They're called this before it. They're called it after it. I don't know what to tell you.
Didn't Suetonius call them Jews that were instigated by Christus or something like that? Or
yes. The guest next point was talking about Suetonius, and Suetonius explicitly says in the late 40s, early 50s that there were some Jews who caused disturbances at the instigation of one Christus. He does not say Christus or anything like that. He says Christus.
Okay, but they were called Christians, right? So he did have followers.
They were called Jews that were instigated by Christus.
Yeah. In fact, Suetonius does mention Christians later in another text, later on in a book, but it's not in the same passage. So he knows what a Christian is, but he doesn't call them Christians. He calls them Jews. Mm-hmm. And he also says Christus. So if he knew how to spell Christ, because if he said Christians there, then he wouldn't have said it there as Christus. That doesn't make any sense. So he misspells Christ, I guess, or he misspells Christians as Jews. Oops, that's weird. So yeah,
during the reign of Claudius.
Yes, during the reign of Claudius. Yes. So no, we don't have any mention of Jesus or anything like that from the 1st century. As far as Josephus goes, just to kind of go ahead and knock that out, we can very clearly tell that is something that was added by a man named Eusebius. We know exactly who added that into Josephus's Antiquities of the Jews. We know exactly who wrote that. He's the first person to even mention it, and he mentions it near the beginning of the 4th century. 6 or 7 different church fathers prior to Eusebius mention mention Josephus. They'll quote from Josephus. They'll even quote from Antiquities of the Jews, but none of them mention the paragraph because it's just not a real thing. It's not there.
Okay, cool. So, okay, say the first time was actually in the 4th century.
Okay.
Like they said.
Done.
Right? Like you're saying, right? They had a name up to this point. Right? You earlier said that Christians.
Oh my God! That's not what we're talking about right now.
No,
Josephus.
You said no. Just
we're
now.
not talking about the name of
You
the
literally
group
just said
anymore.
that just now.
What? Okay. Are we going back to the name of the group?
You said that just now. You just said that just now. That. Okay. You know what? Move on. Let's move on.
You're not
Let's
listening.
move on.
Yeah, you're not paying attention at all to what we're saying.
I'm listening very intently, right?
No,
and
you're not.
You would know
No,
that
you're not.
Josephus, I'm not
Guys.
using any kind of argument for what they were called or anything like that. That's not what?
You mentioned Josephus, and then you said that it was added on later that they were called
his testimony.
Christians or Christians in 400
Right,
AD,
yeah, no,
400 years later.
That's not what we're talking
You said
about.
that.
No.
That's literally what you said.
Oh my God. He was talking about
Guys,
the interpolation given to Josephus by Eusebius. This is how we know you're not paying fucking attention.
Yeah, because we're
Learn
well
the track.
past.
You're off the railroad. Get back on it.
We're well past the point of Christians versus Christians. That's Josephus. That's not an issue. With Josephus is just something that's not even in there. Like Tacitus actually says the word Christians. Josephus doesn't say the word Christians or questions. That's not in his text. That's something that is added later.
But he says the word Christus,
word?
right?
No.
But he refers to Jesus.
No, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about that paragraph that talks about Jesus and everything. That is added by Eusebius. That's what I'm saying. We know who added that.
Like, dude.
Okay. Look, man, I just feel like we won't come to an agreement here, right?
Right.
But
because you're not paying attention
because
to
you're
what
not
I say.
listening.
Yeah. You're not paying
we
attention.
won't come to an agreement here, man. But I want you to know that you can still find Jesus, you guys. You guys can still find the Lord. You can still find.
Okay, well, he's gone.
Go find Anpu. Go find fucking Dionysus. Go find Pythagoras for all I care. We do not
find
care
your
here.
brain. Try that. You could try that, and then
Gaminismo malakya.
I don't even know what that means, but fun to
Fucking
die.
dumbass.
Fun to die. Oh, go to Levete. All right. We'll go.
He doesn't exist, so get over your fucking self.
All right. We got. Well, I was trying to bring up Cyber because Cyber he requested up. I guess I'll try to bring him up.
Oren said I found John Cena.
All right. Did we hit 300? I don't know if we hit 300.
No, baby. I've been watching.
Oh, okay. You've been. He's like, ooh, is Jaron going to pay $40 more? Oh, that's.
Hey, and I just have a quick minute. But with that inscription, the reason why that's so important isn't the later dating; it's the earliest dating. When we date artifacts, especially when we're using words like Christus, they're going to go and they're going to say, okay, we're going to look at the cuttings of the stone. We're going to see when the stone was cut, stuff like that. And then we're going to look at the inscription. And if the inscription says Christus on it, and it's dated to 36 BCE, that means that as early as 36 BCE, the term Christian was being used. So it's not even about what's happening at the end of Jesus' ministry. This is happening before Jesus was even born. The term Christian was being used before he was born. And that's what he would need that to counter with. And I'm gonna hop back down, and hopefully my doppelganger hops back up.
Oh my God! Were you here? And did you? Oh, yeah.
No, he wasn't. I had to invite him. He wasn't even in chat. Okay, there's a light for you to find, Ucha. It's Zeus's balls. Start there.
Jesus.
So, what's been going on here? What's happening?
Something about Zeus's balls.
I'll juggle them.
Just editing some audio here. Did we cook that last guy?
Yep.
You kind of just kind of
He cooked himself, to be honest.
Yeah, and just kind of.
Yeah, I didn't quite. He was going like in circles. It was weird.
Yeah, it happens.
Because you pointed out the Christus Christian like flub up there and possible interpolation. I did not know that from what was that one? The annals that you were looking at. I didn't know that. But interesting.
Oh yeah, a lot of what we assume is evidence for Jesus, unfortunately, it doesn't really hold up against a lot of scrutiny. Whenever we apply either theolometry to it or just taking a quick look at the oldest manuscripts.
I love how the interpolations are like
the poll.
What
Why does God need foreskins? Someone literally put as an option foreskin chicharrones. Who made that poll? Who made that poll?
SpaghettiOs. Oh God, I'm sorry.
Why isn't
There is a pit in Tartarus for you.
I like most people here on TikTok. I mean, for the most part, I enjoy having conversations with the friends who come by. Whoever put that on the poll, and whoever voted
there's a
for
spot in Tartarus for them.
Yeah. So I look. I am not a violent person, but if the person who put that on the poll was hit by a bus, I would probably hesitate to call the police. That's all I'm saying.
And it was a tie between the chicharrones and the calamari rings. I fucking can't.
I have a really cool story about chicharrones.
Oh no.
When I was in my 20s,
I don't like how
I was
you
doing
said it.
You said that in the most white boy way.
Like, what the hell was that?
When I was in my 20s, I was writing a comic book called Chicharrones. And there was two of them. There was two partners. Their name was Cracklin and Ryan. And in my notes, recently I was going through some notes about them because I don't have any of the original comics, but I have a lot of my notes. And in my notes, one of them says, Cracklin and Ryan go on adventure, find out they're really foreskins. Just had to share that with you guys. Every time I see that poll, I think about it now. I'm thinking, should I go back and start making my comic book again?
You're in timeout, sir.
Yeah, well, the answer is no. Like,
but now they could be Jesus' foreskin, and they could fight over which one is the holy foreskin. And they could be superheroes instead of just like mariachi guys.
You know, it sounds really creative, so I'm going to vote yes. I love it. I love the art. I love that you're thinking outside the box and thinking about the cocks. And thinking about the cocks. And natural processes.
Yeah.
So me and Jaren are gonna go to the bathroom and carve our arms vertically. Painful.
That's awful.
Diabolical.
Hey, look, if you guys can't support the community, that's on you.
I'm joined.
So, Elizabeth, what we got?
Yeah, wait. Yeah, wait. Here, maybe it's because I was liking the stream and I accidentally pressed request. But hi, guys.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey. Hey.
Take advantage and say the joke, darling. You're already up here.
I was just thinking, like, foreskins already make excellent skincare, so imagine what Jesus's would be like.
No, I don't
My
think I will.
sister in Amun Ra.
Nope. Nope.
I was still kind of editing the joke, but
We should have edited it
My
right
sister
out of your
in
mind.
Zeus.
absolutely not.
Currently calling the
Imagine
hospital I was
stem
born in.
cells. Imagine the stem cells. They would be peak.
No. No.
All of you are in timeout. Everyone to the fucking corner.
Can I call the
I think
hospital I
it's
was
fake.
circumcised in
No!
No, you can't.
and get mine
It
back?
depends.
Do
No.
they hold them?
No. They go right in the trash. With all those jokes.
But they've already been said, so they will always be remembered. Every time you look at a foreskin, you'll know.
I don't know how many times I'm going to look at one.
Like a
Actually,
note,
that's the
like a-
funny thing. In America, you guys hate foreskins. I don't understand why.
Yeah, I never
You guys
understood
hate
that either, to be
foreskins.
honest.
And why?
Yeah, I never
You guys
understood
hate
that either, to be
foreskin,
honest, to be
skin,
honest, to be
skin,
honest, to be
skin,
honest, to be
skin.
honest.
Not to. This is why. This is why I asked. Do they actually give a shit about Paul or not? Because he's never addressed in this whole thing.
Sometimes people come
They
up
really
with it.
don't.
Yeah. Sometimes.
Not as much as Jesus. I know he's not as famous, but to me, he's like, he set the groundwork for the rules. Like, he defined what makes Christianity, modern day Christianity, different to Judaism, in my opinion, because Jesus was in the story, he was a Jew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I want to say thank you for coming up.
No worries.
I want to.
He don't. He ain't going to.
And the Americans did come late to World War II, yeah. And mimosas do suck, yeah.
Well, you better be lucky that we came at all.
And she did not stutter.
No, she did not. And Paul sucks. Honestly, any Christian listening, Paul is an asshole. Swiftly followed by
I
the
think
one
he
that
was an
likes money,
asexual
sorry.
women hater, if I'm being completely honest, because his hate on
If he was
women was
real, yeah.
astronomical.
Well, actually, yeah, Paul. Someone just said Paul equals Marcion, so I gather Paul is Marcion and Marcion is Paul.
Well, okay, the version that we think
Finkel
of
is
when we think of
Einhorn,
Paul,
but
though.
Einhorn is Finkel.
Yeah.
I got that reference. So the problem is that the version of Paul that we have today is a version of Marcion's Paul that's been added to. So a lot of that like misogynist stuff like just isn't necessarily there.
Yeah, we're in like
So
Paul. We're in like Paul
Marcion-
3.0.
Sorry,
I see.
Darren, are you some sort of like Marcion fanboy?
I think he is, you know,
Yeah, he's just like,
because he did a
don't blame
skit
Marcion.
pretending he was him.
They added
He's a
too much
low-key
Marcion.
Gnostic.
Are you a Gnostic? He is, isn't he? I'll find out. I'm getting a book for Christmas, gang.
Go look at page 3. He's going to be like, Gnostic. I'm a
He's a
Gnostic.
flippin' Gnostic.
No, he's
So,
not really Gnostic. I just
take
love
that.
fucking with him.
Atheists being the third worst people to speak to. Screw you. Gnostic.
Honestly, I really think you should use that in your arguments, Jared. Whenever they're just like,
Yeah, you
what
should
faith
say
do
you're
you have?
Because you are.
Yeah, no, stick it up your ass.
Just say you're
yeah.
Gnostic.
You also believe in gnomes.
Gnomes.
Gnomes
and
is
the,
crazy.
The annoyance of gnats. Yeah, like.
It does make sense though, because Jaron doesn't talk about the Old Testament much, and I know Marcion just like completely denies the Old Testament.
And
I don't like
because we're
what's going
talking
on right now.
about
Gosh,
historical
guys.
figures, Castle Tits said, you are 100% correct about his anals.
What? Who?
Okay, and where did the Anunnaki, Anunnakians come into this whole scenario? Are they? You tell us, Marcion. I
The
mean,
Anagnakis.
Listen.
What?
Pasta.
Listen.
What kind of
I did
lubricant?
not start this live so that someone from across the bloody pond could come up here and give me shit.
he's
What
been
is
outed.
happening?
Markeon, listen, the cat
say
is out
hello
of the
to
bag.
Hillary
We
for
know
me.
you reincarnated to fight the
Yeah.
demiurge. It's okay.
Gnocchi.
All right. So that's been taken care of. That's how that went down. Pish. What's going on, Ashira?
Hi, Darren. Hi, everybody.
Hey.
I actually came up for the foreskin conversation, so you'll want to know. If you don't already know this, you'll want to know. Darren, look up the holy prepuce.
All right.
Look up the holy prepuce.
Oh my
if you
God.
wouldn't mind.
Oh my God. So I know what it
And then-
is.
Is there a holy perineum as well?
Why would that be something they still have? Like all of him went to heaven except for his taint.
Taint there.
That's right, folks. And those are the type of jokes you're going to see at Discord Junction. The Deconstruction Junction.
Oh, man. You need to look. You're
this is
getting
on
all this
YouTube.
material, Joel. Like, work this into your act, man.
Yeah, I need material. That's right. I need material.
Yeah,
I
you
write all
do.
my own original bits.
We're working for Joel. Like all these taint
This is
jokes. Yeah,
bullshit.
these are for Joel.
I write my own stuff.
Oh, that was
As
a good one.
As he furiously types away. Oh gosh. All right. Anyways, so yes, there is a whole thing from the holy about the holy prepuce and stuff like that. Oh, look at that image. Like, why the hell would somebody even
Can
take
you
the time to do
even have that up right now?
that? I don't know. It's I don't know. It's artwork. I have no idea. I don't know if we can even have this article.
Freaky ass shit out of here.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty wild, like how many, because there's multiple churches that try to claim that it was in there, that they have it.
I read somewhere that one of the nuns who had possession of it, she would take it out of the vial and put it around her ring finger because she was like, I'm married to Jesus or whatever. And I don't remember if it was that same nun or a different nun, but there was one of the nuns would like eat it at night or something. It at night or something, and
I don't like that.
Yeah.
sorry.
I don't like
I didn't mean to come up and bring the mood down. Sorry about that.
Nothing brings the mood down faster than Jesus's dick skin.
Okay.
For me as well. It's just a glitch.
Yeah,
Not
I
anything
think,
else.
I think TikTok is TikTok's been kind of doing weird because I'm
they've
getting,
been
crazy
updating.
speeds, so
Yeah,
I'm fine. But
Yeah, go faster than that, but that's
we got to get this. We got to get this live tapped out.
Well,
yeah, on thin
I
ice.
love you too.
Here's the thing. I've got to go here in a little bit to go get my kids. So,
dang.
The thing is, like, we're at 200. I don't know if we can. I don't think that we can hit 300. We got fairly close today, though. We got fairly close.
Oh my goodness! When the debates are happening, it's working, and then the debates end, and foreskins come up, and next thing you know, we're at 200.
If you count YouTube, we're at we're still not at 300, but we were over 300.
Really?
At one point.
Do we count YouTube?
But that's like cheating,
Well, how many people were on YouTube and TikTok? It's really not that.
Right now, there's 73. There's 73 watching on YouTube.
Yeah, but like when we were at like 260 on here.
Yeah, there was like 100 or so.
I mean, that's 3.
Okay.
Adjusting for inflation, I think that's possibly 300, right?
Adjusting for inflation.
That's 100% 300. That's almost 400 if we adjust for inflation. In Canada, that'd be 500.
Who are we? Eusebius now? Are we just gonna make shit up?
That's a good point. So,
yes.
what are we gonna do?
Unless you're that guy that likes to edit websites.
Okay. All right. You know what? We'll flip a coin for it. Now, I'm gonna find flip a coin online. All right.
Heads.
Okay.
By the way, everybody was mocking me earlier because I was saying that 40 doesn't go into 1,000. If you do the math on it, guys, everybody was talking about like 25. 25 does go into 1,000, 40 times, but at 40 doesn't go into 1,000 because like just look at if you add up 40 plus 40 plus 40, it's not 100, it's 120. So it'd be 1,200 if it were to go into 1,000.
So
but 25
that's
goes
how
into 1,000.
you were trying to
40
calculate
times.
it, but that's not how like people who know math tried to calculate it.
Yeah, what?
Okay. All right. Here we go. So, heads, we count the YouTube.
Always heads. Yes.
Tails, we don't count the YouTube. So in other words, heads, I have to pay another 40. Tails, I don't have to pay another 40. Are we ready?
Let's go.
Here we go.
Yep.
Here we go. And flipping.
God damn it.
Ah.
We'll split the 40. How about that?
We'll split the 40. We'll do a 20. We'll do a 20. Hey, is 20 good?
There you go.
20 good. 20 is
That
good.
works.
20 is good. We'll do
Let's
20.
compromise, everybody.
Yeah, there we go. That's how that works. Yeah.
All right, so 200 to the Deconstruction Junction then from...
It's 140.
You said 180. You said
Well,
180 yesterday.
It was 120. We were at 120.
We could go to 160, yeah.
Oh, okay. I could have sworn you said 180.
No,
My
I
bad.
was at 80, but then somebody said, we'll go to 40
Oh.
again because we got to 400.
Oh,
yeah.
that was a misunderstanding on my part then.
Yeah. But anyways. So that is a total of $140 that is being donated over to the Season of Reason.
Huzzah!
You know what? I know that Benny said he was going to match that. I am going to give the others 20.
Oh, there's the other
Because
20.
I'm going to give the other 20. I've already sent 120 over, and so I'll match. I'll just do the same that you did.
Nice.
Joel did.
Very nice.
Win, Joel.
Ken confirmed that he did donate.
So
Very nice.
I'll fill up that coffer, and so we'll get another gift card on that.
And that's like
And
20
speaking-
Canadian. 20 Canadian, right?
No, it's
Or
going to
is
be
this-
20 American, which is breaks the bank on my end.
I don't even know.
I
if
will
they
say
have
this though,
120
this is
American.
going to help
120
a lot of us because I just checked the app that we use for our SNAP benefits. And for some of us who actually renewed our benefits before the shutdown messed with it. I was supposed to get my SNAP today, and I'm sitting at 0 because of the shutdown. So there's a lot of us that are not going to be getting it until December if they decide to even allow us to renew.
Yeah.
Those fucks.
I don't know
It
if I
takes
have
35
permission.
business days, unfortunately.
I don't know if I have permission to announce this, but I'm gonna talk about what we've been talking about, which is we're gonna make it hopefully an ongoing thing. So it's not just this month; it's every month, because we've had a lot of people donate, and we want to like keep it going. So. And I don't think there's like any. I know like what was it, Salvation Army or something. They do it like once around the holidays. Screw that. Let's do it all year round.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that would be good. I know that I don't know if Joel is doing the thing that I'm doing, because he came in here and
The what?
he said that I was being selfish and stuff like
No,
that.
I don't.
He
I just I
mumbled
had
some
already
stuff about Jews, and it was all kind. It was really bad.
Oh my God!
But what I was saying was that it's a kind of an event, I guess, to some extent, and I'm while I like the idea of it being year round, I'm just not sure how many people. Like maybe if we just had like a. What if we?
Oh yeah, you don't
had,
have
like,
to
a
do the
few
300
things?
thing.
Well,
I
like,
see what
well,
you
I'm saying like a few events, kind of like the Salvation Army does it around the holidays. What if there was like 2 or 3 or maybe even a quarter, like once a quarter kind of things? Where
a quarterly event?
Like a quarterly event kind
Okay.
of things.
Okay, that works.
That way you still kind of have this time where it's like, okay, let's push for it. As opposed
This is
there
like the
is-
worst time for me too, because my birthday's on Sunday. These motherfuckers need to
There
hurry up
is
and
another-
approve my shit.
Like there's a different program going on at the same time, so that one does kind of count as the holiday one, and that one's for people to send in their like wish list for their kids.
Gotcha.
And then we'll it's something joy. I can't remember.
Gift of Joy, I put mine in because, it says book list, but there is a tab that says kiddo. All my kiddo shit is on there. She has a thing for like Kuromi, Hello Kitty, and K-pop Demon Hunters.
Oh, yeah. We're just gonna try and help out as many possible like people we can. Honestly, like in whatever way we can, that's more real, so you can see where people are getting it and they can show you like, oh yeah, I got it. Hey, cool.
This is so helpful considering everything that's going on, because America's fucking democracy is no longer existent as far as your capital goes, your parliament, your government,
Someone's
whatever.
not from America. Anyways.
Pixies, we haven't figured that out yet. I do want to kind of set up like a swap channel where we would have like in the Discord, maybe like a moderator be in a DM where people are setting up like how to send things to each other. So it's all legitimate, but we haven't figured out like physically how to like send things. So this is all kind of new and done through PayPal.
Oh, okay.
Sounds good. But yeah, I do have to hop, but thank you to anybody and everybody who stuck around. Again, I'm going to go ahead and pledge that 140. I'm going to reach out. I think Crystal already reached out to me about like how to send that over, so I'm going to take care of that there. And then it sounded like Joel was pledging.
Yeah, I already threw in that extra 20. So
nice.
But yeah. So Joel did my matching for me, so I don't need to match any longer. Cool.
There you go. That's how that works, right?
I'm signing up for.
Hold on, Betty. Maybe you should match Jaren and I and put in a 40.
Like a 40 ounce.
$40. 40 American dollars.
Oh, sorry.
I'll put in 140.
140. Okay, I was just looking for 40.
I thought he was just going to send everybody on the list to fucking Old English or something.
That might be cheaper.
We're brown bagging it for Christmas, guys.
For the kids.
It's for the kids.
Oh my god.
Toss one in there for Angie's kiddo.
She will, smother you guys with 6, 7.
Oh my god.
Yeah, she's in that right now.
She's
Oh,
like,
God.
hey, get this shit away from me. I like Colt 45. Anyways, so I absolutely can't say enough about the people who have come in here to try to help get those numbers up, try to help make me pay. And it's
We
not
really
just me,
did
by
try.
the way. It's also it's technically coming from the account here that we've got connected. So, look who's coming by.
Yes, darling.
Russell, are you going to match some of the donations?
Yeah, link in my link tree.
It's the season of reason, Ra.
Mm-hmm.
What are the donations for?
It's just for people in need. They're going to give them $40 Walmart gift cards so that they can feed a family of 10 for the holidays.
Oh, okay, yeah, I can do that.
Yep.
Yeah,
just go to my link tree.
There's a link in his link tree there, Benny's link tree, where we're helping people out, helping those in need. We've got basically it's somehow they've calculated how you could technically feed a family of 10 at Walmart with a $40 gift card. So in $40 gift card increments there, helping people out there. So if you can, go ahead and pledge. Real Soul says I pledged $69. Nice.
There's no way that we can there's no way to divide 69 into there's an extra few dollars there. I can't figure out how many more dollars extra that would be, but don't do uneven numbers.
Yeah, no prime numbers, please.
Yeah, we need to have
who is Real Soul? It's someone cross soul.
Oh my gosh, what the fuck?
Made a real person.
That's actually my that's my off account.
I'm a real boy.
Inside jokes 69 420.
I love this community.
Oh
I
my
really do.
god. All right. Anyways, enough of that. I thought I hated the cartoon version. Anyways, I will see you guys later. Thank you to anybody and everybody who stuck around longer than 30 seconds. 35-second gang, rise up.
Gang.
Since Raw Soul has not been here for 30 seconds, no thank you to you. But
That's fucked up.
I will see you guys later. I will
Tell him to see them.
Yeah, I'll be
Peace
back
out,
tomorrow.
Girl Scout.
Yep, put me down for some
Bye,
Benny.
everybody.
See you, Benny.
Have a good night.
Bye. Okay, I love you. Bye-bye.
Also, did you say